and welcome to One Pot Taco Pasta. So for the ingredients for our One Pot Taco Pasta, we are going to use 1 pound of ground beef, 1 yellow onion, it's going to be diced, 2 garlic cloves, minced, 1 tablespoon of taco seasoning, salt and pepper to taste, 1 cup of tomato sauce, and 1 cup of salsa, half a cup of heavy cream. We're also going to need 1.5 cups of shredded cheese. I have 2 in here just in case I run out. And then we're going to use 2 to 3 cups of pasta shells, depending on how much you prefer. And for our beef stock, we're gonna add 3 teaspoons of the bouillon to some water. So we're gonna start with the onion and the garlic. I'm gonna begin by chopping off the ends and taking off the skin. Then we're gonna just dice this yellow onion up. We finished dicing our onion, and then I'm just gonna set it to the side for now so that we can begin on mincing our garlic. Or if you have a grater, a small grater, that might help too for this part. So I'm gonna begin by taking off the skin, and with the same with the onion, I'm just gonna chop off the 2 ends. Then I usually squish my garlic cloves with my knife first because it makes it easier for me to chop them. Then once those are done, I'm just gonna roughly chop and mince until we have some minced garlic cloves. Then I'm gonna put those in a bowl for now and off to the side. And then while my pot is warming up, I'm just gonna grate up some of the cheese. So I'm gonna take my grater in a bowl and we're just grating our cheese up to create 1.5 cups. All right, and when that's all ready to go, we're gonna come back over here to check on our pot. Nice and warm. I'm gonna add in our ground beef to the pot. This is gonna begin cooking. I'm just gonna use my spoon to stir it around. We're gonna brown this meat. And while we're cooking it, we are going to go ahead and add some of our seasonings. So that is your salt and pepper. You can just add as much as you would normally add to your ground beef, based on your personal preference. And then we're gonna give that a good stir until it's all cooked. And once our meat is browned, we're gonna add the onion, and then we're gonna add our garlic to the pot. I'm gonna give that a good mix and make sure all of these ingredients are mixed well together. I'm gonna let that cook for a bit, and I am prepping the beef stock. 3 cups I have in here. And we're gonna go ahead and add the beef bouillon, 3 teaspoons to 3 cups of water. So I'm adding my first 2 teaspoons right now. And then I am adding the final teaspoon. You use a whisk or a fork and just make sure it's all mixed together. I'm gonna give the beef a good stir before we add our 1 tablespoon of taco seasoning. Plop that in the pot, and then we mix. After that's been mixed, we're gonna add our 1 cup of tomato sauce. I'm measuring out my 1 cup, and we're gonna put that right into the pot. And next, we add our salsa. So we're adding 1 cup of that to the pot as well. I'm just measuring it out. And place that in the pot. give all these ingredients a good mix. And then I'm gonna add the 3 cups of beef stock. And then we stir, stir, stir. Our next step will be to add our 2 to 3 cups of pasta shells. Put that in the pot, and then we're gonna make sure all of the pasta shells get covered with the water. Once you've used your spoon and you put them all under the water, you can actually add more if you feel that you need it. So I felt like I needed it. I just added a bit more to make sure all of the pasta shells were covered. And you can leave your pasta shells to cook. We're gonna bring the pot to a bit of a boil. Once it's boiling, I'm gonna turn down the burner. Then we can cover it and let it sit for a few more minutes to let it cook. Then we're gonna give these pasta noodles a stir. We're just stirring just to make sure that none of the pasta shells get stuck to the bottom of the pot. And then for our final check-in, we're gonna add in the shredded cheddar cheese. And next is our 1/2 cup of heavy cream. Measuring that out, and then we're gonna pour that on into the pot. Then our final 2 ingredients are added, and we can give our pasta shells a stir. And after my final stir, I'm just going to let the pasta sit for a bit just so the ingredients get simmered together. And after a few minutes, you have some really delicious one-pot taco pasta. I hope you all enjoy this recipe as much as I did. Have fun and take care. Bon appétit!